Cyclone Nisarga developed yesterday in the Arabian Sea and is heading to landfall very soon in western India. Cyclone Nisarga is tropical storm strength and heading to landfall fractionally south of Mumbai, a city with a conurbation population I think of 19 million. So tropical storm force winds and very heavy rain are expected for the city. The Indian Met Department is expecting a slightly stronger storm at 55 knots, and their sustained wind is 3 minutes sustained. So this actually represents a significantly stronger storm than JTWC. This is because the Joint Typhoon Warning Center is using 1 minute sustained, and 1 minute sustained winds will typically be higher than the 3 minute sustained winds that the Indian Met Department uses. That means that when the Met Department is using 3 minute sustained winds of 55 knots, the 1 minute sustained winds will be higher, probably around 60 or more knots. The Hurricane Wharf model shows the storm coming in just south of Mumbai with landfall at 06Z, which is UTC plus 5.5, around lunchtime anyway. The Indian Met Department says it's intensifying and could reach 50 to 60 knots in the next 6 hours prior to landfall, and given that's 3 minutes sustained, it means that a marginal hurricane is conceivable just prior to landfall. This is because on the Saffir-Simpson scale, the definition of a hurricane has to have 64 knots, 1 minute sustained, and these are 3 minutes sustained. If they're saying 50 to 60 knots, that could easily be up to 64 knots or more on the Saffir-Simpson scale. The core of the system is within the range of the Mumbai radar, so you get to see the rainfall. There's the center of the system, and Mumbai is up here. The storm should weaken rapidly after making landfall, and thankfully it does progress inland, so away from Mumbai, so that will take the heavy rain away by Thursday, and so the totals are not astronomical in terms of rain. This shows the total rainfall, and as the storm comes ashore, you can see in Mumbai, according to the global forecasting system model, approaching 100 millimeters of rain, which is certainly a lot of rain, but if the storm had stalled at the coast, it could have been much larger. Also, since the track has changed slightly from a couple of days ago when it was going up to here and is now going in here, that has shortened the length of the period of time over the hot water. So the intensification that is occurring right now is going to be cut off by landfall, which is good. Had it gone further north, it may have been a stronger system. And so it is still intensifying. You can see it's getting very healthy convection around the core, which is beginning to show a formative eye. Very rough and messy eye nonetheless, but it's definitely going to have to keep an eye on it just to see exactly how strong it does get and whether it tips into Category 1 hurricane strength. The improvement in structure is beginning to become evident on the advanced doric technique intensity estimates, which are gradually strengthening the storm through the tropical storm category. The Category 1 cutoff is over here, so it only has a few hours to play with. However, rapid intensification can happen quite quickly. It seems, well, let's keep an eye on it. Not much time left for it to intensify. Here's the infrared loop, which shows the temperature of the cloud tops. The colder the temperatures, the deeper the clouds, or the higher the cloud top at least. And you can see there's mostly yellows in here, which is minus 80 Celsius. And then there's also a few greys popping up within the yellows at the end. That is indicating cloud top temperatures colder than minus 90 degrees Celsius, which is very cold, indicating a very severe convection occurring near the core of the storm as it approaches landfall in Maharashtra state. So I'm going to leave it at that. As we look down from the Meteosat 8 view, we've got Nisarga over here heading into Maharashtra state. Mumbai is in here, India here, and the old system that we're looking at over Yemen, Oman and Yemen is still lingering, bringing heavy rain into Yemen. This has been around for days and days, and yeah, it's definitely interesting. Haven't had time at the moment to look at the Central American system, which is causing a lot of damaging flooding rain and heading off into the Gulf of Mexico. But perhaps we'll do that soon. Let me know in the comments if you've got any questions, and or just to say hi.